Good morning, Hare Krishna. Oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, still can't, huh?
Oh, it just sounds really low. So hold on. Maybe.
Better.
Oh, yeah.
What
Good
was
morning.
morning? Can you hear us okay, Tony? Tonya, sorry. I don't know why I just called you Tony. Who called her that? And now I can't get it out of my head.
My mom. My mom used to call me Tony.
Dang it.
It's okay. Yes, I can hear you.
I'm going to turn this on now because when I do it later, it won't be there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's up there.
Hare Krishna. How is everyone?
Good.
All right. Pretty good crew today. Yeah, I think we can start. We're in separation from Kishori, who's just landed in Switzerland, but we're connected through transcendental sound. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Samsara dava nalalita loka. Tranaya karunya kanakanatham. Praptasya kalyana gunarnavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda. Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Vaditra Madhya Manasodasena. Romanchakam Pashutaranga Pajo Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda. Shri Vigraharatana Nityanana Shringaratan Mandir Madhunatau. Yuktasya Bhaktamshta Niyonjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasada Swadvana Triptan Hari Bhakta Sangha Krutvaiva Triptim Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Shri Radhika Madhavayurapada Madhurya Lila Gunarupanana Pratikshana Swadana Lolupasya Vande Guru Shri Sharanarvindam Nikunjayu no Ratikeli Siddhyai Yayalapir Yukti Apekshaniya Tatrati Dakshyad Ativallapasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Sakshat Haritmena Samasta Shastraya Uktastata Bhavyateva Sadbhi Kintu Prapurya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasadam Nagati Kutopi Dhyayan Stubam Stasya Yashastri Sanjam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Vishuddha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol. Gaur Premanande Haribol. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Kaviraj Ashtotar Shishma's Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Prem Sikaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopakopinatha Shyama Kund Radha Kundagiri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Mayapur Dham Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Burlington Bhakti Sangha Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Samvita Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jai. And Bhaktivinoda, would you like to lead the singer prayers? Jai.
Namaste Narasingaya. Namaste Narasingaya. Praladaladaine. Praladaladaine. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaya. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaya. Shilam Dankanakalaye. Shilam Dankanakalaye. Ito Nisringha Parato Nisringha. Ito Nisringha Parato Devadita Narayanuga, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare. Jayana Singare, 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 Jaya Bala Maharaj, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Jai Bhakti Vignaminash Sri Narasimhadev Bhagavan Ki Jai Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Haribol. Do you have a copy of the Japa book over there? It's got a picture of Srila Prabhupada on the cover. No? Okay. Well, I can read from Srila Prabhupada's purport to the Mahamantra. Of course, he talks about the Mahamantra in many places, but let me find this one particular purport. Okay. This is a longer purport. I'll read part of it. It's really wonderful, actually. And I'll put a link to it in the chat for anybody who wants to read the whole thing. Here's the link. And reading from the second half of the purport. The word Hara is the form of addressing the energy of the Lord, and the words Krishna and Rama are forms of addressing the Lord himself. Both Krishna and Rama mean the supreme pleasure, and Hara is the supreme pleasure energy of the Lord, changed to Hare in the vocative. The supreme pleasure energy of the Lord helps us to reach the Lord. The material energy called Maya is also one of the multi-energies of the Lord. And we, the living entities, are also the energy, marginal energy of the Lord. The living entities are described as superior to material energy. When the superior energy is in contact with the inferior energy, an incompatible situation arises. But when the superior marginal energy is in contact with the superior energy called Hara, it is established in its happy, normal condition. These three words, namely Hara, Krishna, and Rama, are the transcendental seeds of the Mahamantra. The chanting is a spiritual call for the Lord and his energy to give protection to the conditioned soul. This chanting is exactly like the genuine cry of a child for its mother's presence. Mother Hara helps the devotee achieve the Lord Father's grace, and the Lord reveals himself to the devotee who chants this mantra sincerely. No other means of spiritual realization is as effective in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy as the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So what really stood out to me in that section is this chanting is a spiritual call, exactly like the genuine cry of a child for its mother's presence. So there's this visceral way in which, as children, we call out to our mothers for their presence. And so Prabhupada is really encouraging us to call out in that mood of pure need from a deep place. And that's really powerful. He says, in fact, there's no other means as powerful as this. So let's chant some japa, and we can try to cry out for Mother Radharani's mercy to connect us to Krishna. And then around 6:45, we'll have a Bhagavatam class. Hare Krishna. Okay, one more mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. All right. Now I'll have a short Srimad Bhagavatam class continuing at Canto 1, Chapter 5. I'll lead Jai Ram Madhava. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Alright, we're continuing the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, Narada's instructions on Srimad Bhagavatam for Srila Vyasadeva. And we've heard about how the Lord is so attractive that even if one falls down from devotional service, one can't forget him. We're on verse 20. Idam hi vishvam bhagavan ivetaro yato jagatsthaniro tisambhava tatisvayam veda pavams tatapite pradeshu matram bhavatav pradashatam. Narada Muni is speaking to Vyasadeva, and he says that the Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead, is himself this cosmos, and still he is aloof from it. From him only has this cosmic manifestation emanated, in him it rests, and unto him it enters after annihilation. Your good self knows all about this. I have given only a synopsis. Srila Prabhupada's purport. For a pure devotee, the conception of Mukunda, Lord Sri Krishna, is both personal and impersonal. The impersonal cosmic situation is also Mukunda because it is the emanation of the energy of Mukunda. For example, a tree is a complete unit, whereas the leaves and the branches of the tree are emanated parts and parcels of the tree. The leaves and branches of the tree are also the tree, but the tree itself is neither the leaves nor the branches. The Vedic version that the whole cosmic creation is nothing but Brahman means that, since everything is emanating from the Supreme Brahman, nothing is apart from him. Similarly, the part and parcel, hands and legs, are called the body, but the body as a whole unit is neither the hands nor the legs. The Lord is a transcendental form of eternity, cognition, and beauty, and thus the creation of the energy of the Lord appears to be partially eternal, full of knowledge, and beautiful also. The captivated conditioned souls, under the influence of the external energy, Maya, are therefore entrapped in the network of the material energy. They accept this as all in all, for they have no information of the Lord, who is the primeval cause. Nor have they information that the parts and parcels of the body, being detached from the whole body, are no longer the same hand or leg as when attached to the body. Similarly, a godless civilization detached from the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is just like a detached hand or leg. Such parts and parcels may appear like hands and legs, but they have no efficiency. The devotee of the Lord, Srila Vyasadeva, knows this very well. He is further advised by Srila Narada to expand the idea so that the entrapped conditioned souls may take lessons from him to understand the Supreme Lord as the primeval cause. According to the Vedic version, the Lord is naturally fully powerful, and thus his supreme energies are always perfect and identical with him. Both the spiritual and the material skies and their paraphernalia are emanations of the internal and external energies of the Lord. External energy is comparatively inferior, whereas the internal potency is superior. The superior energy is living force, and therefore she is completely identical, but the external energy, being inert, is partially identical. But both the energies are neither equal to nor greater than the Lord, who is the generator of all energies. Such energies are always under his control, exactly as electrical energy, however powerful it may be, is always under the control of the engineer. The human being and all other living beings are products of his internal energies. Thus, the living being is also identical with the Lord. But he is never equal or superior to the personality of Godhead. The Lord and living beings are all individual persons. With the help of the material energies, the living beings are also creating something, but none of their creations are equal or superior to the creations of the Lord. The human being may create a small, playful Sputnik and may throw it into outer space, but that does not mean that he can create a planet like the Earth or Moon and float it in the air as the Lord does. Men with a poor fund of knowledge claim to be equal to the Lord. They are never equal to the Lord. This is never to be. The human being, after attaining complete perfection, may achieve a large percentage of the qualities of the Lord, say up to 78%. But it is never possible to surpass the Lord or to become equal with him. In a diseased condition only, the foolish beings claim to be one with the Lord, and thus becomes misled by the illusory energy. The misguided living beings therefore must accept the supremacy of the Lord and agree to render loving service to him. For this they have been created. Without this, there cannot be any peace or tranquility in the world. Srila Vyasadeva is advised by Srila Narada to expand this idea in the Bhagavatam. In the Bhagavad Gita also the same idea is explained. Surrender fully unto the lotus feet of the Lord. That is the only business of the perfect human being. Om Gyanatimirantasya Gyananjana Shrakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So in this section we've been hearing from Narada Muni reminding Vyasadeva about how an intelligent person who knows what's good for them should aspire for that which is not available in the universe. Even by wandering up and down anywhere, you can't get it. You can't get Krishna like that. And so this verse is substantiating that Vyasadeva really ought to indicate for the living beings, for all of us, Krishna as he is. Because everything that we're looking for is contained within him. Whatever we're looking for in our conditioned life is part of Krishna's external material energy. And the Lord is non-different from that. So he contains all of that. And still he's more. He contains and transcends all of that. And because the continual search for meaning, purpose, fulfillment, satisfaction in Krishna's external energy, although it's part of him, because that search doesn't actually bear fruit, we have to look for him. We actually have to be connected to him. It's necessary. And Narada Muni is advising his disciple who asked for guidance. My guidance is that you should help them to come to him, because without that they're not going to be satisfied. The verse says, the Supreme Lord is himself this cosmos, and still he is aloof from it. So whatever we're looking for is available in Krishna, including our own material desires. They're only fulfillable by Krishna, and still he's aloof from it. His personal self is separate from that. We've been reading this in the Ishopanishad. Tad ejiti tad najiti tad dure tad vantihe tad antar asya sarvasya tad usarvasya sibahyataha. He is very close, but he's very far. He is here, but he's not here. He's within everything and yet he's outside of everything. So he encompasses everything that's in our experience, and he also transcends that. And the part that transcends that is his personal self. Krishna, as he personally is not visible in his material energy. And yet it comes from him. It doesn't come from anyone else. It's fully his and only his. But for the living entity who's exclusively dedicated to finding purpose in his external energy, to ignoring the creator and searching only the creation, they are existing in a futile experience. They can't actually be happy with that. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Narada Muni is confirming the same thing that Ishopanishad is saying, that he's within and he's also beyond. And this beyond is what we're aspiring towards. We're aspiring for Krishna to reveal his face. In fact, the speaker of Ishopanishad, later in the Upanishad, is going to say, Hiranmayena patrena satyasyam bhetam mukham. Your mukha, your face, please remove this dazzling effulgence. This effulgence that's so bright that does not allow me to see your face, and reveal your face to your sincere devotee. This is a call from the heart. Just like Prabhupada says that the devotee is calling out for the mother and the father. They're calling out with a need, because a child can't be satisfied without that. It doesn't matter how many toys are there. It doesn't matter what kind of playpen they have. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world around them if they don't have that essential connection. This is an analogy. Just like that, we have an essential connection that if we don't honor, that if we don't experience, we can never be happy. And so calling out for this deep internal aspect of the Lord, his real personal self, to reveal himself, his mukham, his face, his personal face. And this is what Narada Muni is also advising Vyasadeva, because otherwise, going up and down, you get all these experiences in the external energy of the Lord. But he's already said that you should aspire for that which is not available just by wandering up and down. That part that Krishna reserves for himself, just like anybody, we don't give ourselves completely away. There's our heart. There's different layers. And getting to know somebody takes time and trust, and it's a process of experiencing so many different layers until you actually see who they really are. And that's a great gift to offer somebody and to receive. It's so important, actually, that we read in the Nectar of Instruction that's actually a gift that you give. It's a loving exchange to reveal your heart to somebody, and it's a loving exchange to accept somebody's heart, to receive it. So we're doing that with Krishna. Fundamentally, we're trying to offer our hearts to him, and we're trying to call him to reveal his heart. Make the Chaitanya Charitamrita describes that we're cleansing the heart like it's a throne room, and we're seating him down. We're inviting him, please be at home, be comfortable, be happy here. Make your home here in this throne of my heart. I want you to be dwelling with me. So this is what this is our process. This is what we're acting in. This is what we're moving towards. And the position of the universe, it's necessary to understand in relationship to Krishna, because if we have a philosophy where we understand there's God and he's the source of all pleasure, but we don't actually explicitly and clearly, repeatedly connect the universe to him, then eventually what happens is our material desires and our distraction takes over. And even though we know the Lord is real and we've heard about him, we don't have any explanation for the universe. We don't have any way of reconciling it. So we'll just go on with our material desires, sex, money, purpose of power, and all these things that are available in the world, because they're there and we immediately sense them, and we only intermittently experience the Lord. Therefore, Bhagavatam and other Shastra, even though they're ultimately dealing with Krishna as a person, they definitely do deal with the universe, because that's our sandbox. And for somebody who's stuck in a sandbox, if you don't explain to them what this sand is, they just go back to making that their purpose. If you don't explain that this is all just part of the greater reality, and everything that you want here is actually transcended and eclipsed by something so much greater, then if you can't experience the truth of that, you just become bewildered and you fall back into, you could say, the matrix, to forget again. So just to fresh, we're hearing about how the universe is contained but also transcended by the personal Lord who is within and also outside of everything. And our process is to call for that supreme person to reveal his face, just like the Upanishad says. And now we'll take any comments on that, on the verse, anything Srila Prabhupada said or I said, or any questions or reflections. Hare Krishna. Reflection means anything that stood out, anything you found interesting that you heard or you took a note on.
I have a rough.
Yeah.
I really like where it says the devotee is calling out to the essential connection to Krishna, and it is an essential connection.
Hmm.
So I really like the word essential because I'm reflecting since I've worked with kids a little bit, like how when you said like it's essential as if a parent is essential when we are growing up to help us learn and guide us. So that is what I'm taking in from that. So,
Yeah. Essential comes from the word essence, the intrinsic nature or indispensable quality of something that determines its character. A property or group of properties of something without which it would not exist or be what it is. Without our relationship with Krishna, we're not actually functioning as we really are. We lose our essence. It's our essential relationship. Nice. Deep word. Yeah. Any other reflections or questions or comments?
I just appreciated the call out that it's important and it takes time to get to know somebody, right?
Yeah.
It takes time and trust. And that when you get to that point where you're really trusting in the relationship, that's true gift.
It is. It's really a gift. Anybody has a wonderful friends, partner, who's really gotten to know somebody, it takes time. You know, you go through challenges together. You see what the other person's made of, how they react. You see their faults, and you eventually, like, you accept them and love them through that. They see yours, and there's a very deep way in which that mutual self-revelation really creates something. And we're learning to trust Krishna, right? We're reading about him, we're hearing about him, we're chanting his name and experiencing him bit by bit. We're learning to trust Krishna. And actually he's appreciating us more and more. He's trusting us more and more too. Oh, this person is becoming so steady in serving me. They're really trying despite whatever challenges they have. He's developing his trust and love for us, and he wants that, and so do we. And this bhakti process is very much an organic process of forging, not even forging because it's already there, but renewing, revealing, and regaining trust in our relationship with him and mutually, so that we can actually open up more and more and experience deeper and deeper connection. Thank you.
I really appreciated how you talked about the throne room brings them up. And
Could you repeat that?
I don't know. How about now?
Yeah.
Great. I don't know what's going on. I was saying that I really appreciated how you talked about like cleaning the throne room of our hearts, and how like that heart cleansing, like it feels when you go through that, it feels so raw and so difficult, and it's like stripping away these like really dark layers that have been surrounding you. You're protecting your soul, and I never thought about it as like cleansing in a sense to allow a better space, a cleaner space, a more pure space, a temple for Krishna to come and fulfill those spaces that are cleansing away. And I just really appreciated that, because it just makes it feel more less painful and just more like opening my heart up in a bigger way for Krishna. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, this is the fundamental difference between self-help outside of spiritual context and what we're experiencing in Krishna consciousness. We've heard this term anartha nivritti, the purification of the heart, cleansing, letting go of useless things, our baggage or conditioning, different karmic stuff. And so self-help outside of a spiritual context is like, fundamentally the motivation is I want to be free from suffering so I can have a more comfortable and happy life for myself. Maybe I want to have like more functional relationships with other people that can also be there. And also help them, you know, be able to show up with them better. But when that's extended to Krishna, then actually what happens is, yeah, I want, as a bonus, I'll get all those things, but really I want to be able to connect with him more, and these things are getting in the way. I can't connect with his devotees. I can't connect with his name. I'm held back. I have all kinds of incomplete and self-limiting beliefs about myself that get in the way of actually truly being the devotee that I am fundamentally. And so I need to strip those things away so I can connect with you more, Krishna. And as a corollary, like following that, I will have better human relationships. I will be more happy. I'll be more peaceful. That's all going to be there too. What happens then is that you have Krishna as an ally because you're actually asking for this connection with him fundamentally. It's like, otherwise, it's not just that anybody who engages in some self-help process, including chanting Hare Krishna as a purely selfish process, gets Krishna's help in the same way. If we're really calling out for that relationship, calling out for him, then he's deeply invested. Just like when we call out for the mother in need, she comes running. So he's deeply invested, and we get all that power, all that intelligence, all that know-how, and he does all the heavy moving, really, because otherwise it's really difficult work, you know. It's very difficult work trying to purify karma. And a major portion of our philosophy, like in Bhagavad Gita, is that you can't do that on your own. And the most effective means of even dealing with karma is surrender. Anyway, it's bhakti. It's not more karma. It's not better karma. It's not ritual. It's not even gyan, realizing you're not the body. It's actually just bhakti. And so it is self-help, but it's self-help for Krishna's sake. And it's self-help with Krishna's help and his strength. And it also then extends to better relationships and more functional, healthier, happier existence and experience by his mercy. Jai, thank you. Any other reflections or comments or questions? All right. Well, let's have a great day and a great week, and try to connect with Krishna and remember he's in everything, and ask for him to reveal himself as he is, and deepen our relationship with him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Burlington Bhakti Sangha, and to Toronto and Switzerland and beyond, ki jai. Samvita Bhakti Vrinda ki jai. And let's offer our humble obeisances to all the devotees here and everywhere by holding your hands. If you want to bow down, you can, and chant Vancha kalpa tarupyascha kripa santupya eva cha patitanam pavanepyo vaishnavepyo namo namaha. Jai. Gaur Premanande Haribol. Everyone have a great day in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. See you all soon.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
hosting,
And thanks
Tracy
for the,
and Mel, for doing the things that you
Yeah.
did at Bhakti House, and Shamya, you from Toronto. Thank you so much.
thanks for the local crew making it work.
Thank you.
Haribol.